Hello everybody, my name is Unbutterable Senpai, and today I'm going to be showing you the one base and then power node control for twos. And the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get a one supply pad and then upgrade that right away. And then capture a base or a small base. Now this really depends on the map you spawn on. If you're close enough to a base, then grab a base. If you're too far away from a base, then pick up a small base. And you're just gonna want to spam supply pads, and keep pumping up marines and control all the power nodes on the map. And that is going to be your main objective for this build. And you're gonna want to get, for your leader powers, you're gonna want to get like defense drones, deploy turret, anything that can really help your army defeat another army. You don't really need any passives for this build, because you're just gonna want to grab all the power nodes on the map and try to control them versus your enemy. And each power node goes towards you and your teammate. That's why this is a team focused one. Whereas if you were playing 1v1, they could just directly counter you, and it could be fairly difficult. Whereas this is going to put your teammate ahead, and you won't be able to fall behind because of it, because you're just going to want to outmass the enemy and try to control all the power nodes and basically just win all the objectives on the map. You don't want them to be ahead in any way. Plus, having a second base or a small base is going to help you like exponentially, because second bases this early in the game are really good, because they give you three supply pad options, or you could build a barracks on one of them. Depends on the placement, as I said, though. And you're just going to keep pushing out, get leader powers that help your army, build your second base as soon as possible so you can spawn faster than them, and then you're going to want to push out, and you're just going to make sure you have all those power nodes out there. Now, it really depends on what your teammate's going to do as well. If you have a teammate who doesn't know what he's doing, or doesn't understand what you're doing out there on the field, it can be pretty annoying, because he basically becomes a hindrance at that point. But this build is more focused on like a team-based game and objective play, so it's more fun than just sitting in your base and waiting for your upgrades to go through, and basically just sitting there and playing the waiting game. That's what a lot of people do in this game. They don't scout, they don't play the objective power, they don't take second bases as fast as possible, they don't take risks, they don't watch a mini-map. I've noticed a lot of my teammates will just be sitting there and I'll be dying and stuff like that. So this build is more focused on a team-based match, whereas if you're playing with somebody who doesn't really know what they're doing, or doesn't take note of what's going on the map, doesn't have any map awareness, I should say, this probably won't work out too well for you. I would stick to like a regular build, like a 2 supply, 1 power, and then another supply, and then a barracks build would be better, just to make sure you stay alive. But this build is probably going to work out if you're playing on team war and stuff like that, I would say, and your teammate is a little experienced. Well, I think that's it for the video. Thanks for watching, and have fun.